As clients, or was their killer much closer to them?
That's what investigators in New Mexico tried to figure out after a couple's 20-year-old daughter was left unharmed as her parents were shot to death. 48 Hours' Erin Moriarty has been covering the case surrounding Renee Olemacher and her family for years.
That morning was I felt like that morning was the end of my life. You know, two most important people in this world were taken away from me.
The nightmare began on a quiet residential street in Albuquerque, New Mexico.
My mom was getting ready for work. I heard my mom scream. My dad yelled, "What are you doing?" And just gunshots just went off. Boom, 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 boom. Honestly, I didn't know what to do.
By the time police arrived, Renee's parents, Greg and Bernadette Olemacher, were dead. Only Renee survived unharmed.
My parents were probably the greatest parents ever.
Renee, is it your position that your parents were probably the greatest parents ever?
Beyond the greatest parents ever.
At the murder trial, Renee was forced to revisit her most private moments when a defense lawyer asked her to read from her diary.
My mom reminds me of astrological sign Gemini. Two-faced, good-for-nothing bitch. I hate my dad. I really don't know how much more I can take before someone makes me explode.
She may have not pulled the trigger, but I have no doubt she had everything to do with this.
Amazingly, Renee's entire family believes she was somehow involved in her parents' murder. But Renee Olemacher is not the one on trial. Investigators have found what they thought was hard evidence tying a surprising suspect to the cold-blooded murders. His name, Ron Santiago.
He was the mortgage broker for the refinancing of my parents' house. I was like, what? What are you talking about?
Faith, you may call your next witness.
Well, Erin Moriarty of 48 Hours is here with us now. Erin, good to see you here on this afternoon. Now, the daughter seems to be a prime suspect, but why is someone else charged?
Well, this was one of the reasons why we got on this case. It was one of the strangest cases I've ever been on. You have a daughter who has a motive. She inherits money. She has the opportunity. She's left alive in the house. But there doesn't appear to be means. There's no gun. A year later, almost a year later, they focus on this mortgage broker, and even the motive is a little strange. They're saying that this was 2005, at the height of the housing bubble. He was overworked. He was trying to save his $90,000 a year job, and he killed clients because he screwed up the deal. That's of course the theory. But it is a very, very strange tale.
But this certainly has to be a first, a mortgage broker being accused of killing a client.
Absolutely, and for a long time, it wasn't until the end of the trial that the prosecution even came up with a motive, which I think made it very difficult. The other thing is everyone kept thinking, well, maybe the daughter and the mortgage broker were connected, because he did own a gun similar to one that was used, although it disappeared. He says he traded it, but there was no connection between the two of them either. So it's a very interesting mystery.
Yes, looking forward to seeing this one. As always, Erin, thanks so much for taking the time here. You can see Erin Moriarty's 48 Hours report on mortgage and murder tomorrow, right here on CBS 2 tomorrow night at 10 p.m.